Hello friends, how are you? I'm Natalia Bliss, a singer, pianist, and vocal technique teacher. Today, I'll tell you how to learn to sing well in 7 steps.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
You'll be able to sing high and powerfully without hurting yourself.
Canta conmigo.
If you enjoy my channel and want to support me, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment.
In this channel, you can find my free playlist for beginners. And I'm leaving it here. Step number 1. Forget about excuses like, I don't have time, I don't have talent, it's too late to start. Above all, I can't stand the excuse I don't have talent. If you read the success stories of great singers who objectively have a lot of talent, such as Luciano Pavarotti, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, Beyoncé, you'll see that behind this talent, there is a lot of work and patience.
Yo sé bien que esta primera vez para mí también es nuevo.
So, I believe in hard work. You have to practice the exercises daily and refine your voice and repertoire to achieve good results. Step number 2. It's the only genetic and mandatory step you need for singing. You need to have musical ear. According to statistics, only 4% of people don't have a musical ear, the rest have it more or less developed. Some people are lucky to have a well-developed musical ear from a young age. The truth is that a musical ear can be trained and improved by doing exercises daily. You don't need to spend 8 hours a day practicing. It's enough to work on your ear for 30 minutes a day. In my vocal warm-up playlist, you can find my exercises. I have been teaching for 15 years, and I can assure you that a person with a musical ear and the desire to improve can easily learn vocal technique, just like learning to play a musical instrument or dance. Seeing this, no one should dare say it's just talent. It's the result of a lot of hard work. Step number 3. Start practicing vocalization exercises. You need to begin with something easy, at a basic level. In my playlist, you can find many exercises of this kind. You can start with something simple like trying to vocalize and breathe properly, using diaphragmatic breathing. If you still don't know how to breathe for singing, here's my video. To breathe correctly, you don't need to raise your chest. Instead, you should open your ribs and fill the lower part of your lungs. This way, you can make progress. You will notice that week after week, your voice will sound clearer and, most importantly, more in tune. Point number 4. Find your natural voice. Many times when a student comes to my class, I first ask them several questions about what kind of music they like to sing, and the student talks to me with their natural voice. But when they start singing, suddenly their voice changes, and they begin doing strange things. For example, girls start singing low notes with their head voice. So, start with something simple. Try saying, "Hello, how are you?" Is that your true voice? Now try to extend this phrase and sing it in one note. It should be a comfortable pitch for you.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal?
Now try extending this phrase.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal?
It's my natural voice. That's why when someone listens to a song, even if they don't understand anything about music, they say, "I like it. It sounds very natural." It's something unconscious. We like relaxed and natural voices. Step number 5. Find your vocal range. It's important. It's evident that male and female voices are different. Generally, men have a deeper voice, although it's not always the case. But even within male and female voices, there are classifications. In male voices, we have bass, baritone, tenor, countertenor. In female voices, contralto, mezzo-soprano, soprano. In the description of this video, I've provided a link to my vocal range test. It's free. To find your vocal range, you need to consider 3 things: what your lowest note is, what the notes of your passaggio are, and your highest note with head voice. The human voice has limits, and even the most famous singers choose songs that fit their comfortable vocal range. Celine Dion, like many others, has composers who write songs specifically for her voice. Therefore, I recommend selecting your song repertoire based on your vocal range and your voice type. Another option is to adapt the song to your voice type. For instance, if you want to sing Happy Birthday, you can sing it in various keys. For example, if it's too high for you in C major,
Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz.
You can transpose it down and sing it in G major.
Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz.
I invite you to visit my website, nataliabliss.com, where you can find information about my singing courses and classes. My interactive singing course includes vocal technique explanations. And in each module, it includes the exercises you should practice daily. You can also contact me, send me your videos or audio privately to receive my advice. My video course is on Udemy, the online store for sound equipment that I use. And you will also find my free voice tuner. I've left the link in the description of this video.
Step number 6. You need to grasp the theory of vocal technique. Yes, it might be a boring step, and no one really wants to study the theory, but I assure you it's important. That's because the voice is one of the most complex musical instruments, and it's complex because we can't see it like a piano, for example, where we can see that it has 88 keys and how it works. Therefore, with respect to your vocal apparatus, you should understand every component, how breathing works, how to breathe using diaphragmatic costal breathing instead of clavicular breathing, what the diaphragm's function is, and how it helps you achieve a powerful sound without pushing or straining your voice. You need to regulate the airflow to achieve a projected sound. You also have to vocalize correctly, keeping your jaw relaxed and loose, without relying on your throat. We always move the jaw downward only. Another important component is the larynx. It consists of cartilages, and the vocal cords are exactly located there. Depending on the larynx's height, you can achieve a higher or lower sound. For example, this note, an E-flat 4, with a high larynx will sound like this. It sounds a bit nasal, but with a low larynx, it sounds like this. It sounds darker, and it's still the same note. Notice how the sound changes depending on the larynx's height. You also have to understand the function of the resonators and how to project your voice. What does singing in the mask mean? It's about this area, because it's the only way to sing freely and without straining your voice, so you won't get tired after singing for half an hour. You should feel your voice projected into the resonators, the cavities we have here. And this is achieved gradually, with practice and by seeking these sounds. Step number 7, the most important of all, is to have patience and be consistent. I won't deceive you, learning to sing well takes time and training. You can compare it to learning to play any musical instrument. If you ask me, how long does it take to learn to play the violin? It's quite unusual to hear that you can do it in 3 days or a week. The same goes for vocal technique. It's a complex instrument, but with consistent training, you can achieve good results. I recommend you choose a specific day and time for your vocal practice. It doesn't have to be 6 hours a day. Half an hour of vocal training or alternating days is sufficient. The key is to be consistent. Practice vocal training exercises, select songs based on your voice type, study the theory of vocal technique. Don't get frustrated, and avoid the mistake of choosing a very challenging song and trying to sing it well within a week.
I hope you enjoyed my video. Keep improving your vocal technique. Kisses!